4-0 for Fenerbahce.
4-0.
I don't see United playing any better football there because see they'll be humiliated. 4-0 straight.
Hi, it's time for Eurozone again on the Our Media Sports channel on YouTube. And my name is Josiah, where the UEFA Champions League match day 3 is upon us. Some interesting and mouth-watching games coming up across the European top leagues or club football, if I should put it, in the UEFA Champions League. And there's one interesting and a matchup that has occurred in recent times, and that's between Spanish giants Barcelona and then German giants, that's Bayern Munich. There's another one between Real Madrid, 16-time champions, and then also Borussia Dortmund, which will be quite interesting because Madrid went into this one, lost their last game against Lille, and not just that, Liverpool would also be traveling to Germany, and they'll be facing RB Leipzig in a mouth-watching encounter. But in the UEFA Europa League, it's Manchester United up against Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce. So it's United going up against a former coach in Mourinho who really had this, just bad blood, if I should put it. This, confusion between himself and the Manchester-based club. There's also Fred, who played for Manchester United some time back, currently playing for Mourinho. So that could be an interesting fixture if you should ask me. But the main focus will be on the UEFA Champions League games coming up. Barca, Bayern, Real Madrid, Dortmund, Liverpool, and then RB Leipzig. And I've got my gentlemen in the studios. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks much.
For Zatiga and then Karic. Some good games coming up in the UEFA Champions League. And, that's just the basic reason why UEFA felt, let's recreate the Super League instead of, trying to give the Super League away to a foreign party to earn all the money. Big games coming up, isn't it?
Big games coming up, but you see, at the end of the day, let's not go back to the point of the Super League or the new format. I am not a fan of the new format, but
you're a very, very nostalgic person.
It is.
You don't like change.
No, it's not about change. This just putting so much stress on the players, but it is what it is.
Big money. They are earning enough money.
It's not about earning big money.
It's about earning enough money.
We have discussed this already. You understand? Let's go back to the crux of the issue. The weekend. I mean, this Champions League stage is going to be interesting. If you look at the matchups that we have already, you look at a team in the form of Bayern Munich, who is rising high, and then you look at Barcelona. But you see, when these two teams meet, what comes to mind is the 8-2 scoreline.
No, it's not just the 8-2. There was a time where they won 7-0 as well.
Yes, 7-0.
The time of Frank Ribery.
Yes,
7-0.
Yes,
7-0.
3-0, 4-0.
7-0 aggregate. 3-0, 4-0.
But the 8-2 was in 90 minutes.
Yes.
Quite some huge numbers when these.
One thing that is synonymous with Barcelona and then Bayern Munich playing his goals. You understand? I mean, this is certain. It is certain that goals are going to occur.
For the investors.
I am not really about that, but this is a game that's going to put one of the best in the game against Vincent Kompany, who is just learning his trade. But you see, Vincent Kompany is doing something as Bayern Munich that a lot of people did not expect him to do. He's coming to the Bayern Munich checked up, and then he's brought new energy. He's brought new ideas, fresh, tactical understanding and appreciation. You look at the whole setup and you realize that it's giving some players the opportunity to come into the fold, and they are repaying the fate. Likewise, when they go to Barcelona, Hansi Flick has brought a new identity, as we had already discussed. He's brought an identity that is not synonymous with Barcelona, right? He's now direct. He's now giving the players the opportunity to be direct whenever they have the ball. So it's going to be a tactical, a problem for both coaches to solve. Is Barcelona with their 4-3-3 going to be able to withstand the 4-2-3-1 of what's the name? Bayern Munich. So it is up to the coaches to let the players understand their roles and their responsibilities on the pitch. But on the day, I think that with what is going on currently, Barcelona has a little bit of an advantage considering who is their manager, because he's got much more experience than Vincent Kompany.
There's not the materials available.
No, you can have the materials available, but in the crash of issues, in the crash of the game, there are certain tactical certain tactical twitches that experience will dictate for you to do. When it comes to that level, I think that there is a shortfall with Vincent Kompany. Hansi Flick has got that in abundance, but then again, too, it is about how the game goes, right? How you are able to let your charges understand it and interpret the rules that you have given to them on the pitch. So yes, tactically, I think that it's going to be a difficult game for each side. But at the end of the day, I expect goals.
Kai, let me bring you in another big game coming up involving a Spanish giant, and I think it's a replay of last season's UEFA Champions League final, where Dortmund, made it to the final and they got beaten 2-0 by Real Madrid. This time, do you think the scoreline would be the same?
Wow. This Dortmund team coming up against Mbappe, Rodrigo, and then Vinicius Junior, with Jude Bellingham in the midst. You see, last season they played they didn't face how do you call it, Mbappe.
No, they kicked Mbappe out and route to the final, right?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, Dortmund. Yeah. So they faced Mbappe.
Let's give them that credit.
Yeah.
Okay, so with Real Madrid, we know them to be the team, the go-to team, the team to mention when you talk of Champions League, because there's no other team. They won it at least twice more than the second team behind them. And then Dortmund are just a trying team in contest. They are just a team who want to impress, do well, improve on their previous performance. Obviously, they will have an eye in the finals this season too. But I don't think it's something so much possible for them to achieve. Going to this game, it will be a game of attacking prowess, because you see Vinicius has his eyes on the Champions League, Ballon d'Or, same as Mbappe and then Jude Bellingham. But then there's this Neymar has come out to set fire into the Champions League debate once more, that Vinicius deserves it better than everyone. And then there's been speculations that Vinicius is on the verge, like he's the most likely person to win the Ballon d'Or. So I think that's enough motivation for him to push him harder to produce magic in bigger or tougher games. So this is just a platform for him to show his quality and then show the reason why he deserves the Champions League. And then as we speak now, he's still the face of the team. So it will be very, very difficult for Matt Hummels and the rest to handle the back there. So I expect Real Madrid to win, but they're not too much with too much margin. Maybe yes, some 3-2, 2-1 or 1-0 win. Yes, I don't expect them to get it on a silver platter. They will struggle for it.
I think the German teams will be facing some sad test, because Leipzig would also be played against Liverpool. Your take on that one?
They play similar football. Leipzig, they've lost quite some talent, including Dani Olmo. But then Liverpool, with the kind of fire they are, and Slot coming in with the same vibe, not too much twist to the squad. He's playing the same football. Let's chase the win. Let's use our flanks. Let's cross in the balls and then allow our wingers to do the chasing. Leipzig have not been that bad though, but it will be a very close contest. But then this Champions League once again. Liverpool are big guys when it comes to the Champions League, so I expect them to pick the winner.
So you expect Liverpool to win over Leipzig?
Yes.
I think there's one interesting game coming up. It's like some rivalry being renewed. Yeah, despite the fact that they are no rivals, but it's Manchester United coming up against their former coach, who is trying to relaunch his career again. He's with Fenerbahce. Now it's Manchester United against Mourinho. I wouldn't say Ten Hag up against Mourinho. It's United against Mourinho, because that's where where the spotlight will be on United and then Mourinho. You expect any upsets?
I'm upset in which way? Because both teams are not firing. When you go to the Turkish Super League, Fenerbahce is not doing that well. You come to the English Premier League, and the Manchester United is also not doing that well. So whoever wins is not going to be an upset. Whoever loses is not going to be an upset. But the most interesting thing is that United has to keep the momentum going. They got a win 2-1 against Brentford, and that is the first win that they've gotten in quite a while. And then Fenerbahce is also not playing that well. So if these two teams come together, there's an extra motivation on the part of Mourinho to go out there and then get a win. Because at the end of the day, you realize that he's been brought to Fenerbahce to topple Galatasaray. And as we speak now, it is Galatasaray that is rather doing well. So that is a bit of an extra motivation to him to come out here and then do well. Remember that they were in the Champions League qualifiers to the group stage. Yes, but they were knocked out into the end. You see, he admitted that yes, the quality of the Champions League is way higher for them. So where they deservedly need to be is the Europa League. So they are now in the Europa League and they are against United. So it is up to them to go out there and then maneuver. But you see, one thing I have always had a problem with Mourinho is that he doesn't give the freedom to the players to go out there and they express themselves. if you look at vis-a-vis the talent that he's gotten and the talent that United has gotten, I don't think that it should be much of a problem for United to get a win. But is Ten Hag going to be able to tactically and technically overpower Mourinho? I doubt.
So you think it will be a win for Fenerbahce?
I think it's going to be a win for Fenerbahce if only Mourinho is going to give the expressway for his players to go out there and then attack United, because United do not have the solidity in defense compared to what they used to. You understand? So if you're able to create chances against United, it means that what likelihood of you getting a goal is higher. And whenever you have attacking players, or whenever you have an attacking team that is going against United, they kind of collapse, right? So if you're able to create chances and then get your chances, it means that what the likelihood or the possibility that you're going to get goals are higher. So if Fenerbahce are able to create chances, then it means that Fenerbahce are going to get goals, and in getting goals, it means that Fenerbahce is more likely to win.
Let me take your prediction.
I think it's going to be like 3-1
to
Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce are winning.
Yeah.
Fenerbahce playing at home against Manchester United in Turkey.
Far away.
It's a mission impossible for Manchester United.
You think United are never going to win that game?
No, it won't happen. It won't happen. See, they're going to play against Tadic, who has tasted the
Alan
Premier League.
Maximan.
They're going to play against Fred. You know one more player?
Edin
Amrabat.
Nordin Amrabat.
And then
Sofian Amrabat.
Yes.
Edin Dzeko.
Yes.
So you think
these
United
are
don't
players
have
who
enough
hate
quality?
Manchester United with passion. Even though
So you think it would go beyond just the quality?
yes, they want to prove a point that no, you made a mistake leaving us. Dzeko played for Manchester City. Yes. Dzeko played for Manchester City, and then you know the rivalry between Manchester City and Manchester United.
Exactly, yeah.
So Manchester United, they should just forget about the 3 points. See, the student is going to be momentum. There is going to be massive noise. You know how the Turkish love their football, and then their antics, those flames, fireworks and stuff. See, its mission is impossible. And then Ghanaian own is in the mess. Alexander Jiku. Come on, Manchester is never going
What's
to survive.
your prediction for that game?
4-0.
4-0.
4-0 for Fenerbahce.
4-0.
Oh yes, 4-0 for Fenerbahce.
Come on.
4-0 for Fenerbahce.
4-0.
I don't see United playing any better football there, because see, they'll be humiliated. 4-0 straight up.
My God.
Cut this place and then put it at the beginning of the video.
Alright, so it's the Eurozone where we review the upcoming games in the UEFA Champions League. Big games coming up. And then also there's another cracker in the UEFA Europa League where Jose Mourinho and his charges that Fenerbahce will be welcoming Manchester United to the den. That's how they call it. It's the Devil's Den. And teams that go there end up being slaughtered over there. But then in the UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid up against BVB, that's Borussia Dortmund. Bayern Munich against Barcelona, and Liverpool up against Leipzig. Some interesting mouth-watching games where you can also drop your predictions in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again in 2 weeks' time for another episode of Eurozone.